So hi guys and welcome to my bedroom. Alex is currently sat in the other room, so I can't film in there at the moment. So I've come in here to film. This video is going to be going up late. Our internet is currently changing providers. I found us a better deal and somewhere that is quicker as well. So videos are going to come in. They are filmed and are being filmed and are being edited and uploaded, but the dates may not stay the same until I think it's the end of the month that it should fully change. So just please bear that in mind with videos, but let's get on with my 28 week update. So this week the baby is the size of an eggplant and is about 2.2 pounds, so she's getting pretty big now, and movements are definitely showing she's getting a lot bigger because she's getting a lot stronger as well, and she's around at 37.6 centimetres or 14.8 inches. If I keep looking down today, it's because I've got my notes. This week baby brain has kicked in, so I need my notes to sort of remember things that are going on. So this week, in week 28 of your pregnancy, the baby's eyes are no longer fused shut. So they can actually open their eyes and they're practicing blinking and looking around. And obviously they'll only be able to see light and dark. But it means that they can start to distinguish between night and day. And she is definitely a night baby rather than a day baby. So I'm hoping as soon as she's here that's going to change, because I kind of like my sleep, and even with Carter he is a really good sleeper, so, and he has been from very little, so hopefully that changes and she becomes a day baby so I can have my sleep. But week 28 is finally the entrance week, I guess you could say, to the third trimester, but I only have 12 weeks left to go, and it seems like compared to the rest of the pregnancy, these last 12 weeks I reckon are going to drag, where the last 28 weeks have gone so quickly and I don't quite know where the time's gone, to a point where I'm having to sort of get everything together now and start sorting. And the nesting has definitely kicked in, but I'll go into that a little bit later on. As for my birth plan, obviously there is only 12 weeks left of my pregnancy. We have said between me and Alex, and I think I touched on it in a previous video, but we have decided to have the baby here rather than where we're moving. It just makes things a little bit easier and a little bit less stressful for me, which, I mean, as little stress as you can is the best in the pregnancy. So we will be having baby here, so we are going to the same hospital we had Carter in, so I don't need to take a hospital tour or anything like that, because we know where it is and we know some of the staff as well. Apparently the staff haven't changed, which I'm trying to see if she's on duty. I would like to request the same midwife that I had for Carter. She was absolutely lovely. So I'm kind of hoping she's on duty either when I go into labour or when I'm induced. We're still not overly sure on that. Symptoms this week, baby brain and nesting have been my two biggest, I guess you could say, symptoms. The itching has been there. I'll talk about that in a bit, but at the moment baby brain has kicked in. It's not that bad at the moment. It's just things like, rather than picking up my phone, I pick up a TV remote, or I put salt in my tea the other day rather than sugar, which I didn't realise until I actually started to drink this cup of tea, and it was absolutely vile and made me want to be sick. As for the nesting, that has definitely taken its toll. I have rearranged my whole living room, I have rearranged my whole bedroom, I have not rearranged, but I've sorted Carter's room. I've gone through storage. I've just done everything. I have blitzed the house, and I think we got about 8 bags. What was it? I think it was about 5 bags of clothes between me and Carter, and the rest, I think there's about 4 or 5 bags for charity, as well as 2 big boxes of books. I've literally blitzed this whole house, and I think there's only 2 bits left to do now before she's here, and then obviously put up all of her furniture. We have her crib now, but I will show that in a later video, and it will all be set up and stuff like that by then. I've gone through her clothes. I haven't washed any of them yet. I'm trying my best not to, but the temptation is very much there to wash and hang her clothes. Her and Carter will be sharing a wardrobe at the moment, just because we don't have the space for her to have her own wardrobe. So her stuff is going to be split between our wardrobe and Carter's. So I had my 28-week midwife appointment this week, and I was meant to have an anti-D injection and a set of bloods taken. My set of bloods were taken, and they also did additional bloods for my cholestasis, as this week itching has returned, and you can't really see it, but I have taken quite a lot of skin off the back of my hand due to this itching. I have been given a cream to put on it for now, but my cholestasis bloods from that appointment came back as raised, so they aren't at a you have cholestasis level, and I need to be put on medication, but my level has risen from 2 weeks ago when my bloods were last taken. So as a precaution for that, we're now going to be taking my bloods every 2 weeks rather than every appointment, because obviously my next appointment now isn't until 34 weeks pregnant, as this is my second baby. If this was my first baby, I would have one at 32 weeks, but I don't need that. So I have to have an appointment every 2 weeks, just with the doctor really, to take these bloods, and hopefully my levels stay down enough. So if my levels continue to rise, they will need to put me on medication, and I'll have to go into hospital once a week for monitoring, weekly bloods, weekly medication reviews, and then be induced at 37 weeks. If my levels don't go up to cholestasis level, then they will allow me to go to term. I won't need any extra monitoring as such, but they just have to keep an eye on this blood level. It's about halfway at the moment, so it could go either way. The other bloods at your 28-week appointment are your iron levels and your antibodies. Now, I haven't actually had these results back yet, but I know my diet is quite good, so I'm willing to bet my iron is okay. I'm assuming, as I haven't heard from them and my appointment was 2 days ago, that they're fine. I think if something had come up in them, they would have sort of brought it up and given me a call, but I haven't had one, so I'm assuming they're fine. I'll have to give them a call on Monday morning to find out, and I'll include that in my next update, but I'm assuming they're fine. I haven't heard from them, so that's all good. As for the anti-D injection, I did not receive it at my appointment. I have a separate appointment to go to the hospital to have it this weekend, and that is because my midwife forgot to request the anti-D injection, and because I'm an O negative, I need the injection just in case. She is of a positive blood type. Carter is a positive, as is Alex, so chances are quite high that she will be, but as a precaution, anyone with a O negative has to have the anti-D. So I have to go to the hospital at 2:30 on Saturday to have that anti-D injection, and then I won't need another one until after she is born. And I think they test her cord blood before giving you the injection to see what blood type she is. As I said earlier, my next appointment is with my midwife, is my 34-week appointment. However, I am also under a consultant midwife at our local hospital because of my previous cholestasis in my pregnancy with Carter. So I have an appointment at 30 weeks with my consultant midwife, and I think it's just to check everything's going okay. Obviously my next set of bloods will be at 30 weeks, so I have to get my set of bloods done before that appointment to make sure that if my level's going up, they're discussed at that appointment with the consultant midwife. However, I'm hoping all is fine and I don't get this cholestasis, and this is just because the itching is just because it's hot and I'm naturally ginger and don't cope with the heat very well. Guys, I know you like seeing the bump dates, so let's show you my bump. This week I've got to show you my bump slightly differently to the way I normally do it, just because in my bedroom I haven't got anywhere to actually put my camera to show you the bump. But this is bump at 28 weeks from the front and from the side. And this is without sort of top half clothing. And from the front, as you can see, I've got some of my stretch marks starting to come in now, and that's from the side. So she is quite low compared to normal, but she's my little girl, so I don't mind how much she sits in my bladder for me to pee constantly. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed my 28-week pregnancy update, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!